Your good brother, who funded your tuition for 3 years, secretly wants to take you down. He spends your money comfortably and without guilt, yet he feels disgusted by you at the same time. All of this started after the release of the Lord game. You became his biggest threat. Not only do you dominate him in the game, but in reality, he dies tragically at your hands after the game comes to life. Now he has been reborn back to 10 years ago. He encounters his lifelong enemy once again. A hint of murderous intent flashes in his eyes unconsciously. You are now a well-known campus heartthrob, a rich second-generation heir, the object of admiration for countless girls, while he is just an unnoticed poor loser. You remind me of my own past. Now everything has come to fruition, your life at home. You feel a bit confused. You bring yourself along. You just slept here. Are you trying to starve me? The passerby quietly gets up. I'll go get you some food right away. You suddenly call out to him. Hey, you forgot your meal card. You can manage the extra money on your card yourself. I have money that I can't even spend right now. There's a twisted look in my eyes now. Su-chen. Is being rich really that impressive? Do you think I care about your little money? You used to humiliate me in this way. Now I have outgrown you. Everything you give me now, I will repay you 100-fold in the future. Watching the passerby leave, feeling a bit puzzled. Why does this guy seem a bit off? Forget it. Don't worry about the details. As a roommate, you've always been a good passerby to me. I've had my meal. As long as it's about taking care of the passerby, you always lend a helping hand. Money is not an issue at all. Just then, your phone starts ringing wildly. It turns out to be your own life era that costs billions. In 1 hour, you will start everything, but now you've forgotten. Today is a big day. Then you rush out the door. Half an hour later, the passerby returns to the dorm. The empty dorm leaves only a note. You eat first. I'm heading back. Keep the meal card for yourself. There are still tens of thousands in it. Don't be polite with me. By the way, a package will arrive at the dorm shortly. Remember to sign for it. The passerby looks at the food in his hands. He can't help but sigh. Su-chen, you really have good luck. Then he throws the boxed meal into the trash, because he put sleeping pills in the food to delay your entry into the game. But unexpectedly, you returned home early. This is a bit different from his experiences before rebirth. Some people might not care, right? You, a small player, can't compare to my 10 years of rebirth experience. In this life, I will definitely crush you beneath my feet. Having said that, he retrieves and opens the package. He knows it's you inside. You bought him a game worth 880,000. In his past life, he was grateful to you for this. Now to him, it seems like just your hypocrisy. Meanwhile, you, a little brat, you still have a chance. You don't know I'm naturally blessed. Your life, maybe I'm not the master your dad spent a fortune on. To read your fortune, they say you are destined for good fortune, destined to be free from worries and disasters. A little person with great luck. Yet you have never been sick, and you can casually win a second prize in the lottery. As for why it's not the first prize, you have complained to your dad about the inaccurate fortune-telling. Your dad said that the master once told your fate was ordinary wealth, but once faced with misfortune, it will rebound. To help you eliminate the little people. You scoff at this. With your generous, charitable nature, how could there be little people who are blind to their own downfall? You still have something in the game. And the passerby. The game screen displays two initial routes, the Lord and the Wandering Lord routes. Having your own territory without the need for horse buyers. And there are people who have. You have. Congratulations. You have earned a level 1 desert territory. The passerby smiles confidently. I want to change my starting territory. This is a hidden game mechanism early in the game. Many players don't even know they can change their starting territory during character creation. This led many players to unknowingly accept the system's randomly assigned starting territory. It wasn't until 6 months after the game launched that a strategy expert discovered this hidden mechanism. Unfortunately, it was too late, because accounts are permanently bound, and they cannot be cancelled. This means the passerby starts ahead of 99% of players worldwide. With excitement, he changes his starting territory over and over, from plains to rivers to cities, to unlock higher-level territories. Even if it takes a whole day, it's worth it. On the other side, you are a bit shocked after watching the CG animation. The development of the Lord game allows access to various armies, from the lowest level shield soldiers to the top tier angel legions, demon legions. This game is really impressive. Then you decisively choose the Lord route and name yourself Guardian Emperor. Congratulations! You have obtained a CSS level hidden initial territory, Power of the First Nation. You laugh heartily. Indeed, the life of a lucky player is just amazing. As soon as you enter the territory, an old man leads hundreds of NPCs to attack. The monarch has returned, with the territories of 111 mineral resources from the MCC. SSS level territory, Territory of the First Nation. The territory spans 50 square kilometers. The territory has a population of 200 residents, initial barracks, small logging site, quarry, a blacksmith shop. There are also two special facilities. They are the initial tavern and the initial altar. On the other side, after a few hours, Bystander A exclaimed excitedly, "I got it! I finally got it! Congratulations! You have obtained the S-Class Hidden Initial Territory's secret power. This is definitely a perfect start. S-Class Hidden Territory. It's a powerful territory of the cow family, excelling in both military and agriculture. You start with 30 units of initial population. It also has housing and chicken coops. Remember, regular players only start with 10 initial population in their territories. Nothing else is available. In the past life, a top player ranked the cow family as an S-Class territory globally. Ranked 44th in the world, the chance of drawing an S-Class territory is only 1 in 1. He clearly remembers, in the last life, you only had the power of a strong fortress. How can a mere level stand against my million-strong cow army? At this moment, Bystander A felt completely elevated. In this life, I will surely become someone important to you. You won't get a chance to turn things around. At this moment, you sneeze again. Which little brat is plotting against me now? Damn it, don't let me catch you. Otherwise, you'll know what it means to be a true luck king. After mumbling something, you start checking Li Ming's attributes. Wang Daming, 38 years old. Characteristic, strong and sturdy. Excellent physical condition. Double the stamina of an average person. Engaged in physical tasks. Has a 1.5 times yield effect. Liu Kuihua, 29 years old. Personality, blossoming like peach flowers. Color value is not low. Easily sought after by single people. But my improvement rate is guaranteed. However, very prone to infidelity. Shimen Wu, with 126 traits, is immortal. Every year, the village must celebrate, but those in that area just won't die. After your physical attributes increase, you are stunned. What on earth is this? These attributes seem quite dubious. But thinking carefully, it's not too bad. Like the blossoming peach flowers, high fertility rate can be enhanced. Naturally increases the population of the territory. You say I'm prone to infidelity. What on earth is going on with you? After a quick glance, you feel a bit uneasy. Although the residents generally have their own traits, for example, enthusiasts of cultivation. Another example is the armchair strategist. But the names sound quite bizarre. But Bystander A is overjoyed because among the 30 residents in his territory, 3 of them actually possess traits, even though they are all negative traits. But if nurtured well, they could still advance to strategists, generals, or even cultivators. Territories with traits. Those are precious treasures. Must be prioritized for cultivation. Then, he opened the global chat window. Players are comparing with each other. I started with a C-class territory. With the Lord's Mansion, what good is a C-class territory? I've got a B-class territory. The River Fortress has 2 initial buildings. There's also an old man with lazy traits who has a lot of people supporting him. He scoffs dismissively. A bunch of short-sighted fools. The so-called lucky players can only have an early advantage in this game. If they don't manage their territories well, the brief early advantage will eventually be overtaken. Unless some old man keeps being lucky, relying on luck to reach the top level of the game. But such people don't exist, okay? Close the chat window. Bystander A begins assigning tasks in the territory. Let the 3 with negative traits do something. Everyone goes except 1. It's essentially an 8-hour work system. He knows that 8 hours a day is not enough for hidden development. In the past life, a cruel lord set a 10-hour work system. Starting development will be a bit faster, but high-pressure work will eventually lead to dissatisfaction. It could escalate into a rebellious crisis. According to the research of a past life game expert, the 8-hour work system is the limit for territories in this game, unless they have special skills or talents, but in the early game, no one possesses such skills. Meanwhile, Simon Wu is reporting. He is completely bewildered. What is this 16-hour work system from this old man's traits? It shouldn't belong to just one person. It must belong to an evil person. There are two individuals involved here. At that time, I would probably be the first to die. Did he just become the village chief? Has he become arrogant already? Is he intentionally messing with me? You quickly pull up Simen Wu's panel. You notice an additional skill listed, the effect of the traditional skill, glorious unity. The territory of the skill holder won't lose the people's morale due to labor. The original 8-hour labor limit will be adjusted to a 16-hour limit. Wow, that's impressive. But you still respond seriously. Isn't a 16-hour workday a bit extreme? There are only 12 hours in a day. The remaining 4 hours should be for sleep. Is there no time for meals at all? Is there no time for entertainment either? Simen Wu quickly heads back to eat. You can have your meals securely. You can also relieve yourself in the fields. Just treat it like a bandit. As for entertainment, the territory is in dire need of development. It must not be allowed to waste away. Naturally, the main focus must be prioritized. Then you can only strive for unity. Why does the Lord look so sorrowful? That's because I love my people like my own children. My love runs deep. Su Chen remains expressionless. You forcefully suppress a twitch at the corner of your mouth. Thinking about wanting a system without side effects is just absurd. Seeing this, Simen Wu, he lets out a long cry towards the sky. With deep ambition, I never expected this at all. The Lord is truly a wise ruler. We pledge our loyalty to the Lord. We willingly accept death for you. Congratulations! You've successfully ignited the work enthusiasm of all the residents. In the following month, all your residents will have double labor output. Wow, I just casually comforted them, and that's enough to be a wise ruler. My luck is indeed starting to show again. Then Simen Wu appears in front of you with a bamboo slip on the table. Strategy bamboo slip, a rare item. Open it up. You can obtain some good game strategy content. According to the strategy content, you want to develop a territory. You must recruit soldiers and hire workers. Since there's a fishing season, you must have the necessary work. So before that, you must head to. The territory comes with a level 1 tavern. Here you can randomly recruit some talents, a chance to see commanding talents. In Bystander A's view, most players, even with impressive territories, may not even qualify to compete with him. Being a reincarnator is his greatest trump card. Only players with strategy bamboo slips are qualified to be his rivals, and non-immortal grade strategy bamboo slips cannot match his advantage. As far as Bystander A knows, in the past decade, no one has obtained new grade strategy bamboo slips. At most, they were of excellent quality. There was only one manpower available. You are already among the top 100 players globally. Therefore, Bystander A is very confident. The highest throne belongs to no one but himself. In an hour, I can build a good barrack. Then I can recruit soldiers. As for why not recruit generals, starting time and resources are extremely precious. Where would he find extra time and resources to build a tavern? Moreover, recruiting generals is purely a matter of luck. Players with bad luck might not encounter a single general for months, and no one has a clear ranking. He is downgraded from a level 1 to an SS class divine general. In the past life, no one has ever obtained a divine general. The highest was merely an SS class family general. However, they are confident. In this life, there will surely be a purpose, because before his rebirth, he had already obtained a divine general as a vanguard. On the other side, after arriving at the tavern, you see a towering man, 9 feet tall. This man has a face like a ripe jujube. He holds a sword with a prominent spring and autumn design. This is quite distinctive. You quickly step forward to greet him. This warrior, I am the lord of this place. I see you have an extraordinary demeanor. It's a crucial time for recruiting talents in the territory. We urgently need soldiers in the army. I hope the warrior will stay and lend a hand. Help me with a hand to protect the peace of thousands of families. This act is a great blessing for the people. The strong man is moved. You would prefer to take in all my little ones in the army. This shows your sincerity. Heaven and earth can bear witness. Since you, my lord, have shown me such great kindness, I, Guan, will serve you faithfully in this life. I will not forsake you in life or death. You laugh out loud in excitement. Great, great, great. Wait a moment. Guan Mao, aren't you Guan Yu the Lord? This is my elder brother. Congratulations, player. You have successfully recruited the fierce General Guan Mao. At this moment, Guan Mao cupped his fists. If the Lord does not abandon me, I will prepare a family letter. It only takes half a year. My elder brother can then join you. This is truly wonderful. Open the general's panel. Name Guan Mao, with the skill Reading Spring and Autumn. Each time he reads one, it increases his base intelligence. Under his command, soldiers inflict an extra 20% damage to bandit enemies. In battles against bandit enemies, there's a 10% overall combat power boost. The draw and slash technique embodies a deadly precision. Critical hit rate increases by 80%. Critical hit damage increases by 100%. You feel happy. These stats are quite impressive. Next is recruiting soldiers. But when you arrive at the barracks to recruit, you find that the situation is not so simple. The Level 1 initial barracks can recruit 101 hidden soldiers each week. It has been mentioned that there are hidden soldier types. You carefully check the strategy guide. Regular barrack soldiers are equivalent to 100-foot soldiers and soft attackers. But you have hidden soldier types. Sword and shield soldiers require 1 pound each. Wow, that's expensive. Regular players can earn at most 0.5 pounds in a day's work. You grit your teeth and buy 100 sword and shield soldiers. You also recruit 500 regular archers to form a troop. Next is to hunt bandits, as they are everywhere on the game map. Lords can gain various resources by hunting bandits. Population and wealth. In short, hunting bandits is a career. Hunting bandits can earn money. Soon, you arrive at a village occupied by bandits. The sword and shield soldiers take the lead. Archers shoot from the back. With Guan Mao's innate ability against bandits, the soldiers deal an extra 20% damage to bandit enemies. Not a single soldier will die. All the bandits will be taken down. Congratulations, player. You achieved victory in battle. Battle evaluation. No injuries whatsoever. Genius Commander earns a free draw opportunity. At the same time, you also captured a large amount of supplies, including 33,065 units of food, 3,613 units of wood, 778 units of ore and some miscellaneous items, plus 36 pounds of silver and 351,315 coins. You can't help but smile in delight. Hunting bandits. I truly love this. Meanwhile, Bystander A looks back at his troops with satisfaction. 20 militiamen, 10 spearmen. In the first 10 hours after the game opens, you can say it was quite luxurious. 99% of players might not even have built a barrack. Just now, Bystander A and his soldiers wiped out a band of fewer than 10 plains bandits, received a flawless evaluation, and earned 1,000 copper and 100 units of food. He's quite satisfied with this. The advantage starts here. Su Chen. Right now, you're probably confused and wandering around the game. Maybe tomorrow, you'll be able to recruit soldiers. You're falling behind me. In the early stages, you don't know how to avoid injuries. You might suffer casualties. Your growth speed will slow down. Bystander A is full of enthusiasm. With a grand gesture, the entire army sets off. Continue hunting the bandits. You sneeze again and feel dazed. What the hell? Could it be that I've really been cursed recently? Forget it. Let's just move on for now. Congratulations, you've used your free draw to get a choice of 3 treasures. Please choose a treasure from the following options. Golden Sword, a Tier 3 talent summon scroll, and a random scroll for 10 special soldiers. You can't help but curse. Why must it be a choice of 3? Having too much luck isn't always a good thing. This is the difficulty of being a true luck king. Boring and tedious. You grit your teeth and choose the talent summon. What you need most right now is talent, especially after the rewards for internal strategists are distributed. You take out a golden scroll from your bag. Talent summon can be for strategists, generals, scholars, guards. Randomly obtain a C to S class talent from 5 types of equipment, and you feel a bit dazed. Are wives and concubines also considered talent types? After reading the strategy, you realize This game has a complete and independent breeding system. Players can cultivate excellent offspring through the breeding system, and having children is a means to produce talent. Thus, having excellent wives and concubines is a key prerequisite for nurturing talents. I'm not interested in equipment or anything. You're only interested in strategists and scholars. You hold the golden summon in your hand. Did you just acquire a precious companion? Thus, everyone is stunned. The more you don't want something, the more you get it. Has my luck really run out? Just as you're feeling chaotic, a beautiful husband suddenly emerges from the bushes. Is that you? I have finally found you. You don't recognize this young woman, but you can see a shining mark on her head, indicating she is a lucky companion. She rushes into your arms. Husband, you won't blame me, will you? Come here. I truly miss you. You can't help but feel curious. How did a weak woman like you arrive here? You wonder why the game system can airdrop these NPCs every time. Moreover, they have arranged the early storyline. Of course, it was escorted by my clansmen. My elder brother found it inconvenient for me to come alone, so he sent people to escort me. Then, led by the Lost One, you see the clansmen brought by the Lost One. Of course, it's a large horse-drawn carriage, neatly lined up along the forest path. They are, of course, guards, standing beside the carriage. The carriage is filled with food for self-sustenance. You take a sharp breath. What does this represent? This represents population, resources, army, wealth. All are things you desperately need. Husband, my elder brother says, as long as I can take my future, of course I won't leave. I want to stay by my father's side. Can you come over? What is it? These are all. Why can your brother be so powerful without the law? Damn, I just remembered. His brother is the first major investor in the Three Kingdoms, Liu Bei. For 30 years, he supported Liu Bei with 10,000 pounds of gold, countless other resources. Damn, this will really make a fortune. The list clearly states that the Lost One is worth 30.05 million, along with 200,000, 2,000 units of wood, units, 2,000 units of ore, units, 2,000 units of real goods, 1,000 units of various weapons and materials. Damn, this is so profitable. Not only that, the guards and steward escorting the Lost One also count as a dowry. In other words, they will all be your private property. You then check their data. The Lost Ones can only be trained by the Mi clan. Cannot be recruited. Attack, defense, and other stats are dozens of times stronger than militia. But most players nationwide can only recruit militia for now. You have already obtained a second-tier special soldier. You take another look at the steward. Aside from some basic attributes, there are also 2 additional skills, meticulously calculated. If holding a position related to financial management, it will reduce the resource wastage of the position. The wastage ratio is 8%. Frugality is a passive skill. In his faction, the resource wastage decreases by 8% each month. You instantly realize that with this accountant, you won't have to worry about wealth accumulation. I truly love you. With money, of course, you need to upgrade your territory. As the territory upgrades to level 2, you hear a system notification. Congratulations, your territory has been upgraded to level 2. You gain a mysterious territorial characteristic. Please check what characteristics the territory has. Quickly check the strategy. You find that non-ordinary territories unlock characteristics after upgrading to level 2. You can unlock corresponding territorial characteristics. Characteristic grade perfectly matches the territory grade. In other words, you have at least 30 levels, totaling at least 30,000. Thinking of this excites you. You quickly check the territorial characteristics. You are stunned by what you see. Heavenly War, SSS, and territorial characteristic effects. Each week, the territory's barracks will produce a unique hidden monk of the current level, and unlock the special territorial attribute of incense. 2. The altar in the territory has practical operational functions. You can place monks for prayers, curses, cultivation, shelter, and other operations. These require incense to use. 3. The lifespan of the territory doubles. Fame never decreases. 4. The probability of 702 births in the territory increases by 100%. No natural disasters will occur in the territory. Avoid all curse effects. For every wild resource captured in the territory, the influx of refugees increases by 10 per day. Unique hidden soldier type. The special territorial attributes are simply unbeatable. All provide positive benefits. Not a single negative effect. You can't help but exclaim, the life of the Spirit King is one of simplicity. Additionally, incense currently has two functions. One is for cultivating special soldier monks. The second is to consume incense, to use heavenly strategies, curses, or to assist any player's territory. Under this give and take, the development speed of the territory will inevitably surpass that of global players. Then you go to the barracks to check the monk's information. Second-tier monk, SSS class unique hidden soldier, primarily focused on refining chi, also cultivates morality and strength. A warrior with fine spiritual energy. Defense ranges from 11 to 1000 during attacks. Spiritual energy, 2000. Monks also have the ability to cultivate independently. They can grow stronger over time. Recruiting costs £1,000 plus 100 incense. Goodness. The price is dozens of times that of regular soldiers, though it hurts to spend. But you grit your teeth and recruit 3 monks. This truly wipes out the gains in the wild. With the Lost One's battle experience, you exhaust it in just 1 hour. At least you get 3 monks who can automatically cultivate. You had them demonstrate their skills. They have the Firefly spell. They have Thunder Strike. They have Ice Technique. And they all deal area damage. Once these spells strike, they can instantaneously annihilate wild bandits. You've spent all the resources. If you don't hunt bandits soon, you'll be in trouble. Just as you're ready to strike with your troops, your friend calls you. He tells you that Bystander A's recent behavior has been unusual. He not only emptied the money from the meal card you gave him, but he also sold the helmet you bought for him. He is processing his leave of absence. After hanging up the phone, your intuition tells you, this matter is not simple. You see it as a minor issue, but using your money and being cautious of you is suspicious. You call the steward and ask him to investigate Bystander A. Then you put on your helmet and enter the game again. Then you lead a few troops. You hear a voice from the system. Congratulations, you successfully wiped out a group of fish thieves and earned 653 points. You have captured a wild water wheel industry, a wild iron mine industry, over 300 acres of farmland, a wild barrack. The importance of iron mines is evident. This is essential for weapon production. Your location is marked on the map. You are entering the barracks. But let's not talk about how the game map takes over 5 hours to leave the forest. You prepare to march back home when you encounter something ahead. You discover a territory. Should you conquer it, you've lost interest. If more than 1,000 people are there, you won't fight. The encirclement is not bandits, it's a territory. It's a territory granted by the same court as ours. Your eyes light up. You've encountered another player. Without hesitation, you ride towards the indicated direction. On the other side, a player with the ID, "Please come see me," appears. Holding back tears, it hasn't even been 38 hours. I finally succeeded in building the barracks. Next step is recruiting soldiers. He immediately orders the surrounding 10 territories to deploy all their resources. 10 minutes later, he recruits 5 ordinary soldiers just as he's ready to take action. A villager runs over, rolling and crawling. Attack! Our logging site is occupied by bandits. The player becomes enraged immediately. How many bandits are attacking? Attack! There are 3 bandits. The player's eyes light up. I have 5 regular troops, including me. That makes 6. That's enough to deal with 3 little bandits. It's a total crush. So with a grand gesture, the whole army charges. You quickly arrive at the logging site. You emerge from the bushes. You just took a quick glance. Suddenly, a blade is drawn to his neck, surrounded by strong men in an instant. The player is nearly scared to death. So terrifying. I feel like these might be my bandits. Are you blind? This is 100 fully armed elite soldiers. Immediately afterwards, he saw his villager walking over with a fawning expression on his face. Then generations of players really Tulea. You actually took money from the bandit leader. This is the system prompt sound ringing in his ear. Due to your rough treatment, you take the dog and dress up as a star to set off as Hody D. He moves and moves. He betrayed you. You have forever lost the ability to wake up your mood. After scolding, he knelt down in front of you with a thud. Spare my life, great king. I have elderly above and young below. My whole family relies on me to make a living. Let me go, Your Majesty. I am willing to do anything." As soon as he finished speaking, you both hear the system prompt in your ears at the same time. "I am the lucky player, received from a stranger player. Please, I'm begging you. My information. May I ask if cavalry is allowed? Please come and be stunned with me." What the hell? This isn't an NPC, but rather a player. Thinking of the performance that just caused social death, he has the heart to want to die, and your ha-ha smile agreed to his defeat and surrender. May I ask if the prompt that allows players to redeem captives for 100 gold coins can pop up immediately? Please come and see. My face has turned green. Kill me. I am me. I don't want it either. No, redevelop. You wave your hand. It's okay. Take me to see your territory. Just take a stroll and I'll let you go. Please come and see me shine. Big brother, I must let you visit. In case the thigh is in a good mood, just give me a casual pointer. I'll just take off from the spot, okay? He hurriedly got up, respectfully leading the way ahead. He quickly arrived at his territory. It is 5th grade territory. There are only 10 fields at the beginning. This does surprise you a bit. This is only the 2nd day since the server opened. Starting from scratch and still able to recruit 50 people. Can it be done with the ability to make money through investment? Just not very lucky. However, you will soon find that some buildings within the territory are half-finished small structures. The mystery of some people comes out. This is the 10 we have produced. You don't need to completely build buildings inside. You just need to extract the core part to be able to use it. Of course, some durability will be lost, but the key is to save resources. You really don't know that the purpose of others coming is to make your journey smooth and easy all the way. However, I do not understand the pain of ordinary players. You suddenly came up with an idea. I have high hopes for your potential. Just right, the game also has a league mechanism. You should have no resistance. I can come with you to fund a few people. You are not you not really say. If it weren't for the blind, everyone could see your worldly strength. A 2-meter-tall big man fully armed must be a hidden troop. You chuckled. This originates from the core idea of the rich. Working hard to earn money is naturally not as good as making money through investment. After all, using something you don't lack to exchange for the returns of a potential stock. Let others feel grateful and indebted for earning benefits for oneself. The person lying down by themselves may not be not present. For so many years, you have invested in quite a few people. Includes Passerby A. Just that Passerby A seems to be very resistant. After a discussion, you gave Xiaogan 90 soldiers and signed the alliance agreement. However, you still have the first series of indicators. May not become a member downstairs from you. He is extremely excited. My big brother is so good to me. I can't leave behind good things. He gritted his teeth. Big brother? There is a secret I must share with you. According to what he said, there are courts and various main cities in this game. The territory of gamers is randomly distributed, but being close to the main city allows one to receive many court tasks. Taking advantage, their development will be faster than other players, and those who are far from the main city will suffer greatly. Hearing this, I shook my head and thought, this matter has its pros and cons. Want to get close to the core of power, it must be constrained by the core of power. You have checked the game map. My territory is located right in the middle of the city of Qingcheng and the Elf City. The nice way to say it is a paradise beyond the world. The harsh way of saying it is a no man's land. Little dry god mysteriously smiles. Big brother, if our territory is not close to the main city, but we go to the main city for the mission ourselves, isn't it that our development speed will not lag behind others, and the territory will not be subject to the court? You don't have. So your secret is that there is a quick way to get to the main city? Big brother is really smart. Then he took you to a small wooden house. The ground is drawn with a sinister formation. Candles are burning around the formation. Congratulations to the player. You have discovered the hidden fairy magic array. 5 ghosts transporting great formation. Your eyes light up. This is the secret you discovered. Indeed, a good thing. There are also records in the bamboo slip strategy. The 5 ghosts transporting great formation is the family members within the game, and it can consume the main city area that one's hidden local city has already visited. Next, Shogun is ready to use the resources you provided to strengthen itself, and you go offline to rest. Just at this moment, the call from the housekeeper to you have already uncovered the secrets of the family. According to the butler's investigation report, during these days, Passerby A made 37 mysterious phone calls. All are making acquaintances with some strangers. Among them, he seems to know a powerful newcomer named Salesrote. The biochemical code is actively strategizing, even promised financial support for treatment. Besides this, Passerby A is still buying a large amount of reserve ingredients and acquiring the game contact information of a large number of game guilds and gold farmers. Within this week, what has Passerby A done? Which people have you seen? What has been said? The housekeeper knows everything like the back of his hand. There is nothing that the elves can hide from the Sue family. Acquisition of ingredients and contact information for game guilds clearly wants to achieve great things in the game. This can be understood. But how does he know the market? Having cancer, he is not a kind-hearted person. Why has it suddenly changed from the usual pattern? I secretly installed a listener in his new residence while I was infiltrating during the game. He seems to think of himself as a reborn person. You suddenly remembered when you were in the dormitory yesterday afternoon. Passerby, I couldn't withstand any reborn person after waking up from a nap. But this is just too outrageous. The recording of the game that someone gave you. I am your helmet that has sold more than 500,000, changed to a second-hand game console. The feeling of using it is okay. Suchen, oh Suchen, you gave me a gaming headset back then. I'm afraid it's also a kind heart from the melon. After all, you like playing games so much. I won't not know the game time of the game helmet. There are too many games. You use an expensive gaming headset to trick me into washing patterns, secretly suppressing me. Ignore my game speed. In this life, I won't make the same mistake. After listening, you were confused. I sent you a game helmet worth 880,000. Bro or buddy, this is the latest model of gaming headset on the market. It is something that many gamers long for but cannot reach. If I really wanted to frame you, dragging down your game progress, I might as well not give you the gaming headset at all. What else can you play in this game? Play games. You patiently continue to listen. Where is Suchen? Suchen, you probably won't understand it for a lifetime. There are really reincarnators in this world, and I am this personality. The fate and future direction I hold is invaluable, far surpasses everything you currently have. You are just a rich second generation. You can only beg for mercy from me by going down, down. Look at the housekeeper. You think he has a problem with his mental state. Still really a reborn person. The housekeeper hesitated for a moment. He seems to really be able to predict some things. He bought lottery tickets 3 times on the street today. I went inside to take a look in advance. These 3 numbers will all win. The accumulated bonus amount exceeds 3 million. Not a randomly generated number at all. Instead, it is the predetermined winning numbers. He is a poor student. Where can I know in advance? You ponder for a moment. Change the winning numbers. Then send someone to the lottery center to check if there has been a leak. Young master, do I need to handle him in advance? You chuckled. Not necessary. Think from a different perspective. If you were reborn 10 years ago and asked you to kill me, can you do it? The butler shivered. He deeply knows your terror, although you are just a relatively outstanding young person. Behind you is a huge family that has a profound impact on various fields. The relationship network is intricate and complex. Mixed connections are spread all over the world. Even if he is reborn 10 years ago, one side of a person's strength, it cannot shake the family heritage left by countless generations of the Sue family over thousands of years. You said meaningfully, novels are not reality. Reborn people really do exist. It's not as terrifying as you imagine. Personal pattern, experience, learning ability affects a person's achievements and the world. For example, I can change the lottery winning numbers at the lottery center today. But does Passerby A know? He doesn't know, because in his perception of the world, the lottery numbers are truly random. How about this? You need to have Grandpa come over. Let the elf take care of me. I am in a family. The disciples of the younger brother and sister were also called back. The housekeeper is somewhat confused. You laugh with a ha-ha. Be the director. I want to shoot the Truman Show. Not right. It should be called A New World with Rebirth. Then you contacted the top metaphysics master in the country, Master Fa, the battle spirit team that once changed the situation in the Pacific. And the grand drama, which is good at manipulating people's hearts and has outstanding acting skills, has officially started filming. There is only one male protagonist in the whole text, reborn person passerby A. After arranging everything, you put on the helmet and enter the game. Learn that there are also properties of the Mi family in Jinling City. Notable figures express, I want to state to the family the difficulties my husband is facing now. Strive for the family to provide more support to the husband. You light up in front of you, a hug that pulls Lynn into the embrace. She is really my good daughter-in-law. Without further ado, the 5 ghosts transporting Great Formation is activated. Arriving at the majestic city of Jinling, even the guards at the city gate are of the 7th-tier soldier type, the Huaxia Dragon Guard tribe, truly worthy of being the ancient capital of the 6 dynasties. Entering the city and arriving at the government office, here you can report your achievements in the suppression of bandits to the master, thus obtain rewards. The master took out a piece of white paper, showing majesty. Press fingerprint. With a press of your finger, golden light flashes. A string of numbers appears on the white paper. 1/55.1 points. Merit represents at least 1 low-level map. The master trembled all over, full face of disbelief. This is your achievement. You smiled and nodded. With the assistance of the bandit extermination fanatic official Mao, your achievements are naturally high below. No way. The official's hair is really too diligent. The court has gained another talented young man. Congratulations to the player for receiving the praise of the Jinling Master. 7. Favorability increased by 10. Then the master asked, want to exchange achievements for something? Once these words are spoken, merits have popped up in front of you. There is an official position above the store. Virtuous and good clan. Even the Huaxia Dragon Guard tribe is among them. A 7-tier Huaxia Dragon Guard clan. And players need to have at least a 3rd-grade king. This price is too outrageous. Think it over for yourself. A virtuous family is growing behind the scenes. The clan is not lacking in the short term. And the official position may lead troops into the city, can meet the emperor, can command players, even enough to be against the heavens. Wearing a yellow robe is not out of the question. You speak with determination. I wish to seek a position or a job, serve the court more. My father taught me from a young age that a good man should sacrifice himself for his country. If one cannot serve as an official in the court, cannot share worries for His Majesty. Indeed, this life is the great Han Master who smiled. Good. Your true support dares to move the career. Favorability increased by 20. First-time purchase of official position, 20% discount. You have chosen after countless selections. Afterwards, I talked to the steward about the rising trend of the Jinling government office. From the 7th rank, the salary is 200 gold per month, 600 grains. You still have effects. The recruitment rate for any talent in the opposition has increased by 2%. There is a 2% probability of obtaining higher-level talents to voluntarily surrender. What you are interested in is this. As for saying that a probability of 2% is too low, you smiled. Why allow the existence of this individual, passerby A? Isn't it just to stimulate one's own fortune? Passerby A, you hurry up and work. Our happiness depends on you. Spoke of teeth. Later, when I came to you, what greeted me was a family. After a conversation, confusedly asking the son-in-law, you have been married to your younger sister for many years. When can we have a boy? What do investors care about the most? It is after you become successful. Do they have a say here with you? The key to discourse power is whether you can have a personal connection. Better to be yours. You can keep working hard. You also smiled faintly. Son-in-law, I heard my little sister say, there have been some minor difficulties in the territory recently. You nod calmly. Recently, there have been more anti-bandit operations. There are also many refugees. The soldiers all need to eat and drink. The blood of the natural grain area is currently suffering from a headache over this matter. Nifang laughed happily. All are family. The matters of the property territory are naturally also my confusion. Then he stretched out 5 fingers and told a lie. I will send someone to deliver the resources to the territory, treating it as an early delivery to the property for the new year. How? You ask tentatively. 50,000. This is not a small amount. Your family is really wealthy. 500,000. 500,000 each of gold, silver, and copper. Wood, waiting for 500,000 tons of iron ore. Adding 2,000 Iron Guard soldiers-in-law should be enough. Your eyes are all straightened. My God, this maternal family is too impressive. Li Fang sighed again. You also know your second brother, right? You can't make big decisions if you're not in charge. But if the son-in-law is facing difficult matters, then you might have to ask the elder brother or the elders in the family. They can give the son-in-law more attention. You understand. The implication of Li Fang's words is too obvious. Having a child gives you an advantage. Having a long-lived and virtuous eldest son is countless. You decisively abandoned your second uncle. Go to the lost dwelling. The Qilin child must be born today. On the other side, passerby A also arrived in Jinling City. He smiled proudly as he looked down. There should only be me in the whole server who has found the 5 ghosts moving array. No one can compare to my rebirth advantage. There was a special place on the previous life game forum of passerby A. Then if it's yours, you can how assist. After our analysis, everyone agrees that the optimal solution for players after respawning is to rush to the main city as soon as possible. Utilizing the advantages of a reborn prophet, open a large number of hidden uniqueness tasks as soon as possible. Close the gap with others at the fastest speed. And at this moment, Lu Renjia is doing just that. The only regret is that he was before coming to the main city. Only recruited 1 D-level civil official and 1 C-level military general. What a pity. If I could have a first-class support, then you can be at home when you are away from home. You can. However, having D-level civil officials and C-level military generals at this stage is already quite good. If possible, I still need to find a good foundation for myself. The NPC-level master of that prominent family can receive strong support from the family behind them. That proud smile a few days before the opening in Jinling City. There are still a few good candidates for wives and concubines. Moreover, according to the game's script, Miss Me from your house is also managing that, which is currently the only C-level that players can access in the Elven City. And this effect of his is said to be extremely against the heavens, an aura that is enough to rival SS level. However, the premise of the marriage alliance is that he must obtain a good official position. Thinking of this, he raised his head proudly. Step into the yamen. He knows well that this career in the hall is not simple. There is a unique, hidden mission in this career. As long as you raise its favorability to 100, you can set off. And he just happens to master the complete strategy on how to conquer his career. First step. Before the career favorability reaches full value, become the highest attack owner within the player group he interacts with. And I now have a full 288 attack points. The server has been fully open for only 2 days. I have been here for such a short time. Amidst so many attacks, I took on this hidden mission, handing over a blank sheet of paper with a cold indifference to my career. The vibrations every day are annoying the players. The bystander A confidently reaches out and presses. Have you thought about your career? The strongest attacker in this city is right in front of you, and your hidden expression will soon turn into shock. Will become ecstatic again. I am the passerby you have been waiting for, a few minutes later. Passerby, A walked out of the yamen in a daze. Which link has the problem? I clearly follow the strategy step by step, but how can one be indifferent to their career? What about the small hints and small rewards, like the 20% discount coupons before the hidden tasks mentioned in the legend are activated? Why has all the shock and joy of the career disappeared? This is an attack of 288 points. Do you understand the value of a reborn person? This is the list of the Elf Lord's excellent attack rankings they announced after work. The first anonymous player attacked 15,360 points, and it is still continuously rising. Passerby A is confused. In his impression, there was no such mysterious quantity in the previous life. Did the butterfly's wings go over the top? but I haven't done anything too excessive after my rebirth. Passerby A feels a bit uncomfortable in the heart. This feeling feels somewhat familiar to him. When Su Chen jokingly said she would give him pocket money every month, Passerby A has also experienced similar discomfort. This is the feeling of self-esteem being threatened. He cannot accept that someone is able to crush him just by luck. Suddenly, a shocking thought flashed through the mind of bystander A. Wait a minute. The luck of this top-ranked player is so good. Then could he be Su Chen? It shouldn't be. His luck should really explode after that person reveals their true identity when the game truly descends into reality. What kind of joke is this? He has this luck. Then why doesn't he reincarnate? Too outrageous. But what if it really is Su Chen? No way. I need to make a phone call to confirm this matter. Brother Chen, what are you doing? The new game has been online for 2 days, but I still haven't seen you add me as a friend. Weren't we supposed to agree to be good together? Haha, a laugh. Recently, things at home have been a bit busy. Not free to play games. Should I add friends if I just went online? You dare to be sure that the passerby A won't agree, because friends can detect each other's coordinate positions and territory coordinate positions in real time. Sure enough, the laughter of the passerby A is forced. Brother Chen, the friend position is estimated to take 2 days. I am clearing a task in a special dungeon. Cannot open the normal game system interface. The two casually chatted for a few sentences before hanging up the phone. Passerby A suddenly felt much lighter. The mysterious number 1 is not Su Chen. That's good. Even if that mysterious top player has obtained the hidden task from the master, what of it? If there is no complete strategy, knowing that this task will waste him a whole year, dragging him down with a lot of experience. Look at the whole family. I have a transportation skill that I master for this hidden task. For reborn individuals, a hidden mission is nothing, because he also knows that a huge opportunity is hidden in the elf city. Seize this opportunity. The benefits he obtains will not be worse than the hidden mission of vision. The other side, after a busy night, magnifying again. Does the son-in-law have any plans in the city these days? You also did not conceal. Make some money and raise some clans. Visit various officials, roaming around in the city. See if I can meet someone to listen to it. Mi Fang chuckled. The elf poetry conference is about to be held. Just tonight, if the brother-in-law's arrangement is not compact, why not go with me? You have a sudden flash of inspiration. Immediately realize what the elf poetry meeting means. This should be a large game instance. It is filled with various types of civil officials, strategists, talents such as military generals. And then there's a nice road background. Can marry a wife or concubine to take home. Additionally, you can build good relationships with the officials inside through the Spirit Master Association. Their favorability towards you is quite good. You simply agreed. Your side mysterious way. If there are any talented young ladies at the poetry meeting, you can also attract within the territory. If there is any girl that you have taken a liking to, I can also take you to the words one time. I was stunned. The situation is not right. I can understand if you help me recruit talent, but your sister has already married me. You still help me find women. Old iron is too outrageous. After you and Mi Fang agreed on the departure time in the evening, then exited the game. The other side. Passerby walked out of a corrupt official's house with a smug grin on his face. Finally obtained the qualification to enter the Spirit Master Association. In the game, whether you are lacking resources, lack of money and food, shortage of talent, lack of wife and concubine, everything can be resolved here. The only difficulty is that the entry barrier is extremely high in the early stage. Must have high-level NPC introduction. No way. He can only kneel and lick the corrupt officials. Fortunately, the quota I can get has been successfully secured. There is still a bit of time to continue exploring. There are still quite a few hidden meats in the main city. Also go shopping around. If heaven gives me this chance of rebirth, I must seize it well. Su Chen, at this time, you must be in the millions. Now the gap between you and me is getting bigger and bigger. I have something that cannot be done.